Hey, what's up, y'all? It's DJ Phanatic from DJ Phanatic Beats. Just want to welcome you to my YouTube channel and thanks for joining me. Before I get into this awesome new update from ImageLine FL Studio 20, I just want to, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that sub button. We're moving up in subs, and I appreciate each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. And I definitely want to give you something special every time. So, without further ado, this is a part one because there's a lot of features. FL Studio 20. Alright, first off, a feature that I'm sure a lot of you like. FL Studio 20 is Mac compatible. After many years, well, I guess 20, right? After many years, it is Mac compatible. I don't know why they held off so long, um, you know, to make it Mac compatible, because I'm sure a lot of people were just basically yelling, "Yo, make this Mac compatible." And I remember there's software too that you can get on a Mac to use FL Studio. Basically, it bridges PC software. I forgot the name of that. Was it Toast or something? But anyway, now you don't have to worry about that. All right, so it's Mac compatible, and what's cool, if you have a Mac and a PC, only one license is required. So this project that I have here, that I was working on this beat earlier today, it's just a skeleton of it, but you can use this same project and one license on a Mac and a PC. And I was using Mac prior to this, and I really wanted FL Studio, so I bought this PC that I'm on now. But now I can use both Mac and PC, and I'm not sure what do you call it, what version Mac it's compatible. You have to, let's see, you go to their site or whatever, FL20. Let's go to download and see, and you can see what version Mac version. You have to check the system requirement. There we go, Mac 10.11 or later. Okay, and there's this space that's required or whatever. So you go to their site, you got this or later, and you're good. 7, 8, 10, of course, for Windows, and doesn't really take that much space, so it's a great program. I really like it. So let me stop talking about that and show you some features, man. Alright, so this is, like I said earlier, a beat that I was working on. Oh, and before I get into that, it's version 20 because they're celebrating 20 years of FL Studio. 20 years. And what's crazy, not crazy, but I was like, I had version 12.5.1, and I'm sure a lot of you have, and I was like, what happened to all those versions? Like, did I miss something that they updated? Because I like FL's ImageLine's updates. They come with some really very cool stuff and very creative stuff and workflow, and just make things easier. But anyway, they did version 20 because they're celebrating their 20th anniversary. So don't think that you missed something in between like I did. So without further ado, let's get into some stuff. The first thing, let's get into some workflow features. And again, this is just a part one because there's a lot of stuff to cover, and I'm gonna try and cover it as quick as I can and see if I can get through it, because a lot of my notes are just scribble scrabble, if you will. You go to the first under workflow section, like a feature, you can resize all the playlist tracks all in one. So let me just unmute these and see if I can figure this out, because the last time I couldn't. So you go here under playlist options, go to view, and there it is. Resize all tracks. Let's say I want them, boom, really big. There you go. You can do that. Click there, view, and resize all tracks. Put it back to the standard 100. You can also use what I always use, a mouse with a scroll bar. Not a scroll bar, but a mouse with a scroll wheel. There's the word. You can just put your cursor here and make it longer horizontally, or over here and make it bigger vertically. And that just always works for me. It's very natural. And actually, I take that feature for granted because I use it so much. But if you want to do it this way and just do them all, actually, yeah, that's just something small, really. But it's there if you want to use it. The other thing, let's see. The other thing I was going to show you. Oh, this is dope. There's like a audio chopping presets. So let's say I put in these kicks here. Let me mute these and just show you what's up. Okay, so you got these kicks, right? Now that might be kind of loud in your setup. You listen to this video, but you select here in the upper left. Let me make that larger if you want. On the little waveform, and what you can do under let's see here. Preview, select the channel, so you can change the color here. Make it unique as a sample, pitch correction sample. Could have sworn I had it. Let me try and stretch this to see what happens. Who would stretch a kick like that? Select source. Rename. Make unique. Select all. Sample clips. Delete. Select region. I just did this. Maybe I have to select it first. So let me select it first. Huh. Oh, there we go. Alright. So my notes are wrong. So basically under region, you go to chop. And this is a new feature. It has a repeating option and a marching option. Let's say I just, yeah, let me undo and close that. Let me undo that. Put all those kicks back in there. And let's select all of those and then go to chop. And let's say I want to do quarter notes. Ah, I see what's happening. But why did it just do it on that one? Oh, because I only asked it to do on that one. So anyway, you get, let me just duplicate that, like that. So, and then you can do chops, so say half notes. Well, you get the picture. And then you can do, so what it does is takes each audio sound pattern and chops it to a preset. Like, why would you do? You get the idea. You go to chop, you try this. So you can kind of play around with that and come up with some creative things. And not only with drums, you know, it's just audio, so you can put anything in there and, you know, get creative with it. So you go to chop. I don't even know what this is. I guess they have a lot of different presets in there. Oh yeah, see, all of these are different type of settings. Triplet sequence. See that? So you get the idea. And you can do that with any audio. I would put a sample in here, but I don't want to See, you got a quarter, whatever I selected. I think it was a quarter loop. So you get the idea. So that's a cool feature. For workflow, I'll show you another one, I think. We're just going to move on to, let's do some playlist arrangements. Let's see here. It's good, you know, for, oh, this feature is crazy. Is it up here? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. It's good for having multiple ideas on one project. Basically, let me delete that and unmute all of these. Now, this feature really got me excited. I'll let you hear what I was working on today. Alright, so I got that going on, right? So what I can do is basically have a different arrangement of this particular project. So what I can do, at the top here, you see arrangement. This is a new feature. I can click on that little arrow and I can clone this arrangement. Alright, this basically makes a layer of the project. So I clone it. Arrangement 2, sure. I like arrangement 2. Now what I'm doing is cloning that project. And let's say I delete, what is this? What is that? I don't know why the 808 is playing. Did I not? Oh, that's why. So let's just do that. Oh, that was the 808. So let's say I take out the hi-hats. Alright. And when you save it, I'm not going to save, but when you save it, it saves all the arrangements in that project, which is crazy. And this is good for, like, let's say you have vocals or like a different arrangement, like you had 12 bar verse, and then on another arrangement you had 16 bar verse, or 8 bar chorus, and then you had on another arrangement you had a 4 bar pre-chorus and a 4 bar full chorus. And let's say is there a quick way of unmuting all these? Anyway, and let's say I take out, whoops. So yeah, I take out those. So then to go back to my original arrangement that I started with, just go to that, boom, and everything is back. Let's say I want to go to the arrangement I just did. You go back, you see that. So that's arrangements, and you can merge arrangements with each other too. Basically, I have 4 different arrangements. I can merge one to the other. So it's a very creative, what do you call it? Very creative feature, and I really like that one. Let's see. Oh, and also it shares it with the mixer too. So you want to make sure that make sure you don't delete them, like, because what it's going to do, you delete one here, it's going to be gone in the other arrangement. So don't delete a track, because it'll be gone in the other arrangement, and if you want to keep it in the other arrangement, it's just gone. So you want to be careful with that, though. Just a warning. Let's see. That's enough for playlist arrangements. Let's get to time signatures. Let's do time signatures. For time signatures, you can I don't know about. I never really messed with the time signatures in the older versions, but now you can just do all kinds of stuff with time signatures. Let's see if I can remember how to do it. You right click on a pattern, okay, and the picker. Oh, so let's show everything. That's audio. So the hi-hats, for instance, we're on arrangement 1. So let's right click on that, and then you go to set time signature. Now what it does, you can see right here, you know, it's 4/4 time. Let's say I change it to 3/4 time. Accept. And the hi-hats are going to sound a little different. Is there a way that I can just... There used to be like a little icon just to play the pattern. Oh, here it is. Oh, they changed that. So there you go. So just hit pattern and you just play the pattern. So you get the idea. It gives you a little tab to let you know that the time signature is different there. And I believe, I don't know why you had 3/4. It's just another way you can be creative with as well. So basically, I can set the pattern, this hi-hat pattern, independently from the time signature of a project. So check it out. This time signature is different than the entire song. So once I start moving things around within this, see, as I double click, I notice the channel rack opens when I double click a pattern. It didn't do that before. That's kind of cool. Or is it? I don't know. I'm sure you can turn it off if you want. So, for instance, let me open this up a little bit. Like, I think you can move this too. Yeah. That's crazy. So basically, I can have this as 4/4, and then it can go into 3/4. So I can change time signatures within a pattern and within the playlist, so which is dope. There's a shortcut. You can do it in the playlist as well. Shift Alt T. It puts a time signature in a playlist. So Shift Alt T. And let's say I'm going to do it in 2/4. Accept. See? And you can also move this. It can play regular here, and then it'll switch here. See, the time signature would switch at that measure. And I was trying to see if I can just copy that time signature. Nah. Usually you can hold shift. But add marker, see, and you can just right click, add time signature. Let's have that in 3/4. Do you want to replace the time signature position? No. See? So I have it going from 2/4 to 3/4, and then back to 2/4, and this is 4/4. So you get really crazy with time signatures, and you know, if you're into that thing, you can kind of just come up with different creative stuff, and maybe challenge yourself too, musically. So let's delete these. Delete. That way my track won't sound crazy. Somebody trying to rap on me, like, what the heck is that? So that's it for time signatures. Let's see. We did playlist arrangements, right? Yep, we did that. And now let's get into consolidating clips. This, let's see, you can right click on the track in the playlist. So, oh yeah, this is dope. So let's say, let's stick with the hi-hats here. Let's get rid of that. Right click over here on the track in the playlist and select consolidate this track, and then you can choose from track start or song start. Track start is basically where the sound started. So let's do song start. And then basically what it's doing, it's rendering to track 1. And you can choose what you want to render it to. Actually, I think it's all wave. leave remainder. You want to leave that, especially if you have like reverb or delay or some type of effect that goes after the sound. Um, and when you consolidate it, just hit start. Boom. So what it did, it blanked out the hi-hat, and then it made it to audio. So it rendered it. It consolidated it. Alright, so you get that point. So you can select multiple audio clips in a playlist on the tool setting, consolidate. So it's another way of consolidating clips. Let's say we have this audio. Let me just insert one here. Let's say we have this as well. This is going to sound crazy, but let's say we have a bunch of these. Let's start that there. And that there, that there. That'll sound crazy. Don't worry about how it sounds. I just want to demonstrate another way to consolidate clip. Pretend these are vocals. Alright? Let's say you have a verse and then like vocal ad-libs. And what you can do, you can select all of these. And let's see. Select multiple audio clip and playlist. Alright. And then in tools, consolidate playlist from song start. Boom. So basically what you're doing is consolidating multiple audio clips. So I hit start, and it took all these hi-hats and made it into that. You see what I'm saying? So that's really good for vocals. Let's say you mixed it already, or you want to organize your playlist with certain sounds. That's a quick way of doing it. Cool? Cool. Another thing was, let's see, you can render and replace patterns. Let's see. Um, let's say, for instance, we're going to take those bells. We'll try that. Let's just mute these for now so it doesn't sound crazy. So let's take these bells. We'll just do that, solo that. How does that sound off? Let me fix that now. Well, I'm not gonna save it, so let's take these bells and let's see. I believe you right click. Oh, you can use current time. I like that. I forgot how I did this. Right click. Oh, okay, there we go. So, because if I right click here, click and select render and replace. So basically, you right click in the pattern picker. There's another term for that, but then you can do render and replace. So what that does, basically, it's consolidating a clip. You're rendering it to audio. So check this out. I'm only rendering this pattern 7, the bells. So what it did, it changed that pattern to audio. The MIDI data is gone. So I render it within the program. Now, I think they had something like that in the last feature. last what do you call it, version. But what's really cool that I was laughing, not laughing, but I can tell they worked hard on this. You can undo this. Control Z. The last recorded audio file is about to be deleted. Sure. Boom. You see what happened? So it went back to the MIDI. That's really dope. So you basically can render the MIDI to audio. You can have a whole project of audio. You can have MIDI and audio. Um, as you can see up here, what I did up here, you have MIDI, then consolidated to audio. So you have the MIDI data and audio data. Then you have like vocals that you can, you select all the different audio, what do you call it, audio patterns or clips, and consolidate that into one track. Like if these are a bunch of different vocals, you can do that. Or if there's some type of instrument, you want to put it all on one channel. So it's a good way of keeping things organized. So we did time signatures, we did consolidating clips, we did playlist arrangements, which I really like, and there was something else that I wanted to show you, part of the workflow feature. After you consolidate MIDI data, like this for instance, that was the hi-hats, I believe, yeah. You can, and forgive me, y'all, I'm like trying to remember all these features, and it's new to me, so just excited to show you guys. So once you have, for some reason, that's not playing. Oh, once you consolidate the MIDI data, the original track is muted, right? Okay, so what was it doing? I think there's something that I'm missing here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm wilding you. Oh, okay. You can mute or unmute all clips to play the original. So there's an option. Okay, so you can unmute all clips. So when you consolidate a pattern like MIDI data to this audio, you can unmute it to hear the original, right? So basically, these both were, this was muted because I consolidated to this. This was muted because I consolidated to this down here. So I had to figure that out. So basically, after consolidating the MIDI data, uh, you can, the original track is muted, but you can mute or unmute all clips to play the original if needed. So for instance, let's say I didn't want the audio anymore, I can hide it. This is a new feature too. You can hide that track. See how it says track 1 to 3, and if it's not, you won't want to see it anymore, and you're not using it. You want to go back to MIDI. There you go. So, and for instance, if I don't want to use that, I'll have to unmute this. Well, you can go mute all clips and then unmute all clips on this. See? And there's the audio. And the audio sounds a little louder too. So there you have it. Those are the half of the features. I'm going to do a part 2. I'm exhausted trying to remember all that, and I'm glad I was able to go through each thing and show you because it's new to me, and some of those features I won't use. I know I'm definitely going to use the playlist arrangements. I like doing different arrangements. Um, I like the when you consolidate. When you render it and you can undo it. I like that. Time signatures I'm not going to touch. I think I said that already. Consolidation, I might mess around with some of those consolidation options. Definitely playlist arrangements, like I said, and workflow. Resize all playlists. Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, it's dope. Because you can go here, tools, well, view, and then resize. But I can do it this way with the scroll wheel. So yeah, there you have it. There's some cool features right there. There's something else I was gonna tell you that's really cool that I liked. I don't remember. Oh, I think it's here. You go to View, Mini Playlist Preview, and oh, you can do double height. Ooh, double height. So this is I think they had it on the old one, but let's say I'm gonna just do something random here. Let's say whatever. I don't know what the beat would sound like now. Let's make this a little smaller. Make that smaller. Let's say I had a whole beat arranged out. You know, there you go. Let's say I have that. And now I can view my whole project right here in this window. And that actually is pretty cool. So you can kind of get to where you want in your song quicker. And it can be color coded too. Like, you select these, right click, uh, random color. See? So now you have in your mini, what do they call it? A mini, what is it called? Go to tools, no, excuse me, view, and it's mini playlist preview. And you can have it color coded to find where you want your song quickly. And you can also have them on the patterns too. That was something that I saw in the video. I think you have to view it here as well. Mini piano, there we go. Double height. Oh, it's already there. So yeah, that's MIDI data. So you get the idea. So that's it. It's your boy. My dog definitely wants to say hi to you. She's glad the video's over. And it's your boy. It's your boy DJ Phanatic. See, we keep it real. Keep it real here. But if you haven't, if that made you laugh, make sure you subscribe. Hit the sub button if you like the video. Give me a thumbs up if you want to comment on any of the features. And you want me to go deeper into a certain feature or whatever. I'm doing a part 2 soon. Just wanted to get some of those to you right now. And I opened an old project in version 2, so it works fine. You know, I'm looking forward to sharing the other features that I'm excited with to you, and it looks pretty dope. I'm actually going to use it tonight and finish this beat. So, once again, DJ Phanatic from DJ Phanatic Beats. Oh, if you're, I meant to say this before the video, but it's all good. I'm a DC BeatStars ambassador for the DC area. If you're in the area, this Saturday, we're having a BeatStars meetup. So make sure you come out. It's from 7 to 9. You can always email me at djphanaticbeats@gmail.com or at my Twitter at djphanatic. Or you can, I'm on Instagram, DJ Phanatic Beats. Or you can just message me at the bottom, whatever. Oh yeah, and Facebook too, at DJ Phanatic, my Facebook page. So if you want to hit me up for details, you know, definitely do that if you're in the area. I don't want you having to travel super far, you know. But yeah, it's basically we're talking about producers, networking, you know, talking about gear, you know, software. We're talking about being an entrepreneur, music, anything related, you know, in a producer's life. So it's DJ Phanatic. Let me stop talking. Signing out. Peace, y'all.